Hey there, movie lovers. Welcome back to Amuse Celebrity. We all know that movies are one of the best sources of entertainment. Needless to say, what's more heart-touching than a movie is the characters. However, did you know that despite actors being paid a lump sum amount to play the most iconic movie roles, some actors hated their characters despite being appreciated by the audiences? So in today's video, we'll be going through the top 5 actors who hated their characters. Are you excited to know more about this? Then stay tuned with us till the very end. Number 5. Gwyneth Paltrow as Rosemary in Shallow Hall. Now, you must have heard about the film Shallow Hall. But did you know that the actress Gwyneth Paltrow actually even starred in the film? Well, if you're a movie fan, by now you already know that Shallow Hall didn't really live up to age quite well and went quite shallow, as its movie name half states. In an interview with Netflix, Paltrow addressed the movie as a sheer disaster and regretted the fact about being casted in the film. Furthermore, she expressed her grief about having to try out the costume and walk through the lobby in Tribeca Grand. She said that the costume made her look fat and none made eye contact with her, which she found to be quite embarrassing and disturbing. She also confronted the fact that the costume made for overweight women is horrible. Clearly, Paltrow had the most terrible experience playing her role in the movie Shallow Hall. Number 4. Penn Badgley as Joe in You. One of the greatest series on Netflix is You. If you are a fan of psychological thrillers, you're gonna love the show. Speaking of which, one of the main characters in the show is Penn Badgley, who is cast in the series as Joe. Joe holds quite a dark character, and it's just because of his gore and not so healthy intentions. The series gets a lot more viewership and love. If you have watched the show, you already know that Joe has no intentions of a saint, which becomes quite more evident to the audience within the first 8 minutes of the series. Name anything as murder, abuse, or stalking, Joe is a master of all in the show. But despite being such a dark character, Penn received an unexpected amount of appreciation for playing the role, which he apparently doesn't seem to be a fan of. If you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to never miss an update from us. Number 3. Mark Wahlberg as Eddie Adams in Boogie Nights. Have you ever heard of any actor being so disappointed and guilty for playing a role in a movie that he literally begged God for forgiveness despite his role being loved by his audience? Can't get your head straight on this? Well, that's Mark Wahlberg for you, who, when playing the role of Eddie Adams in Boogie Nights, felt so disappointed that he summoned God to forgive him. In the film, Mark plays the role of Dirk Diggler, an A-lister porn star. Upon talking about it to Chicago Inc., he said that he did make some poor choices in his past, and for which he hopes God to be not only a movie fan, but also someone who forgives, as playing his role as Eddie Adams in Boogie Nights tops the list of his past poor choices list. Number 2. Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen in Twilight. Well, if you think Mark's guilt got on his nerves so bad that he literally begged God to forgive him, then Robert Pattinson's hate towards Twilight and Edward won't be of many surprises to you. Well, Robert Pattinson's hate is not only limited to hating both Edward and the movie, but also hates people who love both. Well, now his hate, though, is a bit amusing and quite funny, but seems like the actor wasn't quite happy about playing the character Edward, that he had to make a trolling funny quote about Edward. Upon reading the script for the movie, he started hating the character, to which he adds that since Edward's a 108-year-old virgin, there's definitely some issue with him. Seems like the actor is quite frustrated with his role as Edward and is going to be bitter for life about it. Number 1. Kate Winslet as Rose in Titanic. Though Kate may have had a hard time watching herself, there's no denying that her performance as Rose in Titanic was unforgettable. Her wit, charm, vulnerability, and her strength made her an icon. Even though Kate doesn't love her performance, she deserves credit for creating one of the most iconic characters in film history. She literally had a hard time believing how awful her American accent sounded in the film, which is now quite butter smooth. Although the actress wishes to go back in time and redo each and every scene, doing things in a much better manner, Kate Winslet's portrayal of Rose in Titanic was an incredible feat. We believe she gave her best in the film Titanic, which left a scar in our hearts for life. Actors often play characters that they don't necessarily agree with or feel comfortable with. While many actors have had to take on a role they didn't agree with, the top 5 actors listed here have made it clear that they had a hard time taking on the characters. No matter how much they disliked the character they had to portray, they all managed to make it work and put on a great performance. Which of these characters caught your attention for a lifetime? Let us know below, and we'll see you in our next video.